MAGA, why didn't you show up to Daddy's birthday parade? I mean, is it because cost of living is so high that you couldn't afford to travel? Or maybe you couldn't take a day off work because all your employees have been detained? Or you were having goodbye parties for all your enlisted sons that are being deployed to Iran? I get it. But
Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting your girl on this channel. So our credit goes to the creators in this video. So guys, in today's video,
now targeting undocumented children in foster care. Yes, kids, many of whom were trafficked, abused, and abandoned. And they're doing it under the direction of Stephen Miller. If you support ICE, this is what you're supporting. Not law and order, not border security, children alone, in handcuffs, in zip ties, being deported from the only country they've ever known. To people on the right, is this what you voted for? Is this the America you wanted? To the moms who support this president, what if it was your child? What if your baby lost you, lost their father, and ended up in a foster home only to be dragged out by ICE and deported to a country they don't even remember? This is what the people of Los Angeles are fighting for. This is why we march. And we will not stop marching while the cowards on the right sit comfortably behind slogans and hashtags, "We're in the streets," because someone has to be. So if you see this video, share it, please, and send it to somebody you know who still supports this madness. Ask them to explain it to you. Ask them if this is the side that they really want to be on. And to everybody in LA, remember,
give me a good reason why these ICE raids are so evil.
Here's a question MAGA can never answer on the immigration debate. Why are we ripping apart American families? Growing up, my grandma was not a citizen, but my sister and I are. And my grandma broke her back every day so that my sister can go to veterinary school and I can go to law school. And today, my sister and I pay 6 figures in taxes every year. There is no such thing as an immigrant America that you can just deport without screwing over millions of Americans. 4.5 million American kids have undocumented parents. You tell me in what universe it makes sense to make 4.5 American citizen kids into orphans. Here's why Trump is doing it. Many immigrants who get arrested end up being sent to concentration camps, which are not run by the federal government, they're run by for-profit prison companies. These companies charge American taxpayers $120,000 a year for each person detained. Then they donate a portion of their profits back to Trump and rinse and repeat. American families should not be getting torn apart so that Trump and the prison companies
Black people in LA, mind your business. Black people in LA, mind your business. This don't got nothing to do with us. ICE and the National Guard being in LA has nothing to do with us. I don't understand rallying behind a whole bunch of people that hard ER you. They don't even like you for real. Everybody want to make their problems our problems. It's tired. This don't got nothing to do with us. Sit there, watch, look. Don't go out there. Go home. Go watch the NBA finals. Go do something that's black related. Go have a cookout. Go do something black. Like, this don't got nothing to do with us.
Many of you have probably already heard that the CEO of Uber, he told Trump that his company now supports MAGA reconciliation bill. Really, Dara Khosrowshahi? Did you make that decision before or after you realized thousands, if not millions of your customers have state-funded health insurance? And then a lot of the same customers also have TANF. And that reconciliation bill will negatively impact state insurance as well as receiving benefits to get food. You didn't think that your support for MAGA would affect your business, Dara? In case a lot of y'all didn't know, there's a lot of state-funded health insurance and some private insurance that will help cover the cost of transportation to and from non-urgent medical visits, primary care visit, mental health visits, dental, and insurances pay Uber. In light of the boycott that is now being placed with Uber, if you are looking for an alternative, in addition to Lyft, there is a new share ride business that is on the scene. A lot of you haven't heard about it. Go to the App Store on your phone and download InDrive. InDrive headquarters is in the state of California. And I know that rides are available in Florida and in the state of Indiana. And with this boycott that's now looming with Uber, it's a very good chance that they may eventually be available in your county, in your state, in your neighborhood. Not only are the prices fair and very reasonable, the service is excellent and the customer service is top tier. So download the app now and get going. Bye, Uber. Hello, InDrive.
This is how it went.
Very happy and excited that Trump won. As far as financially, obviously nothing's really changed. We're still under the Biden administration, but I know that it is coming,
And this is how it's going.
so I admit I regret my vote for Donald Trump. I regret it because I needed these changes sooner. I needed the prices to go down sooner so that I didn't drain out my bank account.
What y'all having for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Because that is far more interesting to me than whatever she talking about. Have the day you voted for, ma'am. Get your dancing shoes back out and get to stepping. Make America great again. One millionaire and billionaire at a time. He loves the poorly educated. His words, not mine. And this is the prime example of why. FAAFO. Have the day you voted for. And don't make me
We
say
don't
it.
agree with the term illegal. We're undocumented. We've been here for thousands of years before you guys showed up, screw up everything. We think we should organize together with the U.S. working class and fight together and create a better system. We're anti-capitalist. We think socialism does work, real socialism, not Venezuela, not Cuba, not any of that crap that they try to sell us as socialism. And we believe it would be a more humane system that will take care of most of all people's necessities.
Is there a country we can look to kind of model the socialism idea?
The only model would be Soviet Union the first 4 years. After that, it became a mess.
So the answer is no. No, there is no country we could look at currently that we could model it after. He doesn't like the word illegal. Yes, you're illegal. You're not here legally. That is illegal. And no, just because your race of people were here at some point does not mean you're legally here. Mexican citizens at the time of California being annexed by the US, they were offered citizenship, like US citizenship. So if his ancestors accepted that US citizenship and then he was born here, he'd be a citizen. So he's in our country illegally, says he doesn't like the system our country has been built upon, the most successful country in the history of existence. And then he wants to work to turn our country into a socialist country.
Sorry.
Get him out.
Why do we act like the United States is the only country that was built on stolen land, as if the entire Western Hemisphere was not basically colonized? Y'all do this to justify what's going on right now, and it is so annoying. It's like y'all don't want any type of sovereignty. Y'all just want complete chaos. Like, Mexico was part of the Spanish regime for centuries that stole land from indigenous people. So because of that, should we just eliminate borders altogether? Let's just let everybody go where they want. No passports, no identification, nothing. That's not practical because you want the federal government to use our tax dollars to pay for it. You see what I'm saying? I'll have your First Amendment right to use your freedom of speech, to use your freedom of assembly, to advocate for the things that you want to advocate, regardless if I agree with it or not. But right now, y'all's protest is losing its message, is losing its impact. There are people right now in LA who are protesting and have no care in the world about the original message, about the original intent. Let's be real. Listen, I have a lot of empathy on what's going on right now. I could have a lot of empathy and still understand that there are consequences to illegal actions. That being said, the protest that's going on right now is losing its impact. I was on a live last night just to see what was going on in LA. And I couldn't even see the message because it was overshadowed by graffiti, by arson, by looting. People were picking up rocks. I'm watching this like all on the lot. People were picking up rocks and throwing them at the agents. They were throwing firecrackers at the agents. This movement is being approached with privilege, as if I or millions of other Americans who live here, who are legal in this country, should sympathize with those who are undocumented. We can't even sympathize because we don't see the message. Some of the protests should be met with, we know they broke the law, but can we have some grace, or whatever that looks like in the movement. That's not what I hear. I hear screw borders. This is all stolen land anyways. They're hardworking. They're this. And all I see are Mexican flags.
You know what pisses me off? When people respond saying, well, Obama and Biden deported X, Y, and Z amount of immigrants. Yeah, the administrations before Trump did it the legal way. They actually used due process. There's a legal and constitutional way of deporting immigrants. You can't just kidnap them off the streets and deport them or do whatever you want with them without going through a court proceedings. Like, what makes you think that what is being done right now with this administration is correct and not violating our human rights? It does not matter whether you are an immigrant or a U.S. citizen. Both deserve the right to due process. Then again, those administrations did not go around arresting residents and U.S. citizens. Did you not hear that a U.S. Marshal got arrested? Because obviously he was racially profiled. He probably looked Latino or is Latino, and they thought that he didn't have a legal immigration status. That's ridiculous. So I have to go around carrying my passport to make sure that you know that even though I look Latina, I am born in the United States. What the And one more thing. Go read the Constitution. I am tired of seeing people say that an immigrant is not protected under the United States Constitution. It does not say U.S. citizens. It says any person. So that does not matter what your immigration status is, what your legal status is. You are protected under the United States Constitution. Once you step foot in this country, you are protected.
Welcome back,
under our
Trump supporters. Have you heard? Your president doesn't hate immigrants. Actually, he thinks some of us are needed here. Thank you, Trump. It feels so good to know that you care about my people when profits are at stake. Wait, isn't the reason you're Republican and voted for him was because he was gonna really crack down on immigrants? So which is it? Are immigrants bad, or are they only bad when your leader says we are?
Trump's deportation focus, remember, if we're trying to show the world the truth, we can't give them a reason to ignore it. Trump's giving them exactly what they say they wanted, and he's exposing their hypocrisy when they still complain. They've been screaming for years that deporting non-criminal immigrants working hard jobs is cruel. Now it's slowing down, and they're still mad? That doesn't make sense. And in all honesty, this has always been Trump's real goal. Focus on criminals, actual criminals like traffickers, smugglers, and money launderers. You know, the people actually hurting both Americans and immigrants. And to my fellow Trump supporters who are worried, chill. This isn't him backing down. This is strategic. We've all been saying the system is corrupt, right? So why would we want Trump to bulldoze through it and give the media a perfect headline to twist? It will be over before it started. He's doing it slow and smart, rooting out the worst of the worst first. That's how you make real change stick. This isn't weakness, it's chess, and Trump's playing it better than anyone. In time, he will get anyone here illegally out. Have a great day.